Hello everyone. Today I'll show you the most suitable Seiko watches to be used by collectors and by common wearers based on specifications. Number 10. Seiko 5 Sports. The modern successor to the much-loved SKX line sports a 42.5mm thick stainless steel case with the old-school SKX styling of hour markers and hands prominently featured on the dial. It has automatic movement with a power reserve of about 41 hours, and is equipped with 24 joules. It beats at 20,600 vibrations per hour with seconds hacking and hand-winding options. Rated to 100mm with a hardlex crystal and a clear caseback that reveals the movement, the watch adheres to Seiko 5's 5 foundational qualities: automatic water, resistant day-date, recessed crown, and rugged case and bracelet. As for the price, dial finishes and bracelet options vary the prices, but are competitive at around $275 to $400, making it one of the most affordable choices into mechanical watchmaking. Number 9. Seiko Presage Cocktail Time. The Seiko Presage Cocktail Time case is 40.5mm diameter and only 11.88mm thick, and surrounds bright sunburst dials that feature some of the world's most popular cocktails, including the dark gray espresso martini and indigo blue moon. The automatic caliber 4R35 is used in the 3-hand and date versions that have 23 joules with a power reserve display that cycles through analog modalities across the top of the dial, and the dressier open heart variants are powered by the improved 4R57 with 29 joules. Both calibers tick at 2160 vibrations per hour and have hacking seconds as well as hand winding, and the watch is capped with a hardlex crystal and a clear caseback for viewing the movement. The price of the 3-hand date models is around $450, and the small seconds and power reserve models are priced in the high $500 range. Number 8. Seiko Prospex Diver. In its 62 MES-inspired variation, the Seiko Prospex Diver is inspired by Seiko's original diving watch from 1965, which features a 40mm in diameter stainless steel case with hard coating measuring a mere 13mm thick and 46.4mm lug-to-lug. It runs on the automatic caliber 6R55 with 72 hours of power reserve at 21,600 vibrations per hour and is 300 meters deep, the first non-saturation Prospex diver designed with a screw-down crown and caseback. A curved anti-reflective sapphire crystal is fitted over the dial, and Lumibrit applied to the hour and minute markers and hands for excellent low-light visibility, with the date window moved to 4:30 to create a more balanced dial layout. Retail price ranges between $1,300 and $1,400 USD depending on bracelet or strap design. Number 7. Seiko Astron GPS Solar. The Seiko Astron GPS Solar Dual Time gets its powering from the same caliber 5X53 that powers the company's flagship connected watch in sports, a compact 42.7mm wide, 12.2mm thick titanium case, a significant reduction from the 2012 Astron's 47mm, 16.5mm dimensions. Unlike most radio-controlled watches, the 5X53 connects directly to the GPS satellites 2 times a day and uses this connection to correct the time with an accuracy that Seiko says is 1 second every 100,000 years when synced, or 15 seconds a month if it never gets a signal. In as little as 3 seconds with a single button, press the independent hour, minute, and second hands move separately to snap the watch to a new time zone. The watch automatically adjusts for daylight saving time in 39 time zones. It is solar-powered and doesn't require a battery change, waterproof up to 10 bars, and costs about $2,500. Number 6. Seiko Presage Sharp-Edged. Inspired by the angular faceted case and bracelet found in the Grand Seiko style, the Presage Sharp-Edged series features a case and bracelet that are angular and faceted in spirit, and a dial pattern of a sanoha, or hemp leaf, that has been used in Japanese design for more than 1,000 years. The current generation is launched with caliber 6R5J, 36,000 vibrations per hour, 24 joules, which doubles the power reserve to 3 days, 72 hours, compared with 1 day, 24 hours, on the previous generation measured at 27,600 vibrations per hour. Cases have a width of 39.3 mm and a depth of just 11.1 mm, both finished with a sapphire crystal at the front and a sapphire display case at the rear. The durability extends with sapphire crystal, anti-reflection coating, and 100 meters of water resistance, while a 9 o'clock open dial hole on some models allows you to see the escapement moving. The retail price for the series is typically in the neighborhood of €990. Number 5. Seiko Prospex Turtle. With a sizable 45mm diameter, the Seiko Prospex Turtle comes back in the iconic cushion-shaped case design of Seiko's 6309 dive watches of the 1970s, but in a smaller, more compact size thanks to its relatively short 47.7mm lug-to-lug span and 13.2mm to 13.4mm thickness. It works on the automatic caliber 4R36, which provides 24 joules and an estimated 41 hours of power reserve at 21,600 vibrations per hour, plus hand winding and hacking seconds. Waterproof up to 200 millimeters thanks to a screw-down crown at an unusual 430 setting and a screwed case back and a hardlex crystal to protect the dial, while a black unidirectional bezel tracks elapsed time. The price of the Turtle is approximately $495, which puts it among the most famous and affordable Seiko dive watches available. Number 4. Seiko Prospex Samurai. Named after the sword-like hands and angular case design of the Seiko Prospex Samurai, it contrasts with the rounded Turtle and features a 43.8 to 44mm stainless steel case, which is around 13 to 13.5 mm thick and 48mm lug-to-lug. It is also powered by the same automatic caliber 4R35 as various other entry Prospex divers, with a 21,600 vibrations per hour and a 41-hour power reserve. It features seconds that can be hacked and hand winding. The Samurai is 200 meters water resistant with a screw-down crown at the 3 o'clock position and a screwed case back, and features a technical clou de parade grid pattern on the dial with ample lumi-bright on hand indices and unidirectional dive bezel. It will range in price about the same as the Turtle, which is usually around $400 to $500, depending on whether it is a bracelet or a strap. Number 3. Seiko Prospex Alpinist. Marketed under the Prospex brand, the Seiko Prospex Alpinist is now in its 8th generation, of which the brand's first sport watch in 1959 is the reference SPB 503, SPB 505, and SPB 507. The watch features slimmed case dimensions of 39.5mm x 46.4mm, 12.7mm, and a stainless steel case. It has a rotating inner compass bezel, which is controlled by another secondary bezel at 4 o'clock encircled by cathedral-style hands and a sunray finish dial. The current generation adds caliber 6R55, which increases the power reserve to 72 hours at 27,600 vibrations, wash hour, 24 joules seconds hacking, hand winding, and a quickset date. The water resistance is still 200 meters, and this generation brings a sapphire crystal front and back, and Seiko's scratch-resistant coating. The prices are starting at around $88,900 in general. Number 2. Seiko Prospex Speedtimer. The Seiko Prospex Speedtimer mechanical chronograph celebrates Seiko's first automatic chronograph with a column wheel and vertical clutch mechanism, the caliber 6139 of 1969. Both mechanisms were revived in the new in-house caliber 8R48, as is Seiko's tribute to the world's first automatic chronograph with a column wheel and vertical clutch, the caliber 6139 built in 1969. Operated by 3-counter chronograph layout, the 30-minute and 12-hour totalizers, and a tachymeter scale on the bezel. The 8R48 vibrates at 2800 vibrations per hour with 34 joules and approximately 45 hours of power reserve, and features escapement components precision-made using a MEMS technique for greater accuracy. The stainless steel case is 42mm in diameter and approximately 14.6mm thick, and has a water resistance of 100 meters and is protected by a screw-down solid steel case back, a dual-curved anti-reflective coating, sapphire crystal in front. Depending on strap, Bosch bracelet, the price range is mostly $2,500, $3,000 with hammer-shaped chronograph pushers, adding a tactile vintage operation. Number 1. Seiko Prospex Marinemaster 300. First on the list is Seiko's most serious dive watch, the Seiko Prospex Marinemaster 300, which features a one-piece monoblock case where the watch movement is loaded and sealed from the front, as opposed to a removable case back, which would allow 1 point of water to enter. The watches weigh around 42.6 to 44.3 millimeters in diameter, with a thick 15 to 15.4 millimeter and are powered by the automatic movement adapted from Grand Seiko's own 9S55, which includes 26 joules of 50-hour power reserve and a beat rate of 280 to 800 vibrations per hour, with accuracy in the range of +15 to -10 seconds per day. The case is also protected with Seiko's DiaShield Super Hard coating for extra scratch resistance and a unidirectional bezel with a ceramic insert and a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating support water resistance up to 300 meters for saturation diving. The price will begin at about $3,000, just below the brand's more exotic tuna and spring drive models, and it is at the top of Seiko's dive watch hierarchy.